The New Year update for NIKKE is bringing a lot of stuff, and amongst those things, one of the best in my opinion is this Pilgrim selector. Now, it's really important to understand that this is not a free selector. As you can see right down there, it says obtain guaranteed recruit vouchers by purchasing the 2026 guaranteed recruit package. So this is not going to be a free selector, a free pack, or whatever it is. You will have to be paying for this, right? So that said, assuming the price is decent and reasonable, there are a few characters here you could be grabbing to improve your account, and that's what we're going to be talking today. What characters are great to pick here? Because there is a few that depends on the situation and how your account is looking, you can grab, alright? So as usual, before we start, hello degenerates, welcome back to another Waifus. I'm Sefhi, your favorite gambling addict, and today's topic it's going to be the New Year special recruit, the paid one, because there is also a free one for a selector, including all normal characters, non-Eldains. So let's talk a little bit about all of these characters. Like I was saying earlier, there are multiple situations where some of them might be better or worse to grab. Obviously, this depends on your account, and this is just going to be based on PVE. I do not do PvP. And we're going to start with the ones you can completely skip, alright? Or we could say Pokédex, right? If you are just completing your Pokédex, it's not big enough. I need to fix this probably at some point. If you're just looking to fix your Pokédex, alright? Noah and Harran are the characters that you can absolutely, completely skip, and you are not missing anything. There are a couple more that are pretty much useless, and we'll talk about them in a moment, but these two are the ones that just PvE-wise makes no sense nowadays. Back in the day, yeah, sure, we did use Noah for a few bosses because we had nothing else, and her taunting was actually pretty useful on some of the stages, but nowadays there's better alternatives, and there is barely any reason to be building her. Why the fuck is she so high invested, bro, on the gear? Was this one of the characters you guys made me invest into? I don't remember. I'm gonna be 100% honest. I think so. And then we have Harran, which even though is a fantastic waifu, obviously, her damage in PvE is non-existent nowadays. There is barely any reasons to be bringing her. You are better off bringing Kay than you are bringing Harran. Sadly, her kid has not been aging well, let's say, right? Now, she might be getting a treasure in the future. If that's the case, that could actually make her usable. But at the moment, she is sadly one of the characters you can completely skip and you are not missing anything, alright? So once again, skip characters, these two, you are not missing absolutely anything. Now, we can go into the cope. into the cope category, which is almost the same as skip. I'm gonna be 100% honest here with you guys. But at least there is some usage, and that's Rapunzel. Rapunzel is a character that is not fantastic. It's not a unit that gets that much usage, but she does well what she was made for, and that is just being a pure healer that also provides a revive on a 60-second cooldown on her best. Okay, so she is a good healer. She can be used on towers. She can be used on raids if you're looking for extra healers, if you are lazy like me. Even though nowadays we have so many good duos and characters that can heal and also buff. So it's really hard to bring her. But her functionality is there, okay? I've used her plenty of times in raids. I love her. She's been on my account since day one. And she was on my team since day one. Until obviously we got better characters. But she's a character that can be used. It's just a matter of, you know, realistically speaking, most people are not running her. This is more for lazy people like me. So let's call it cope, or if you are just lazy, alright? Then we can move into the category for raids. There is actually two different categories for raids, to be fair. In my opinion, the low priority raid characters, actually, okay, let's just put all of them together, alright? Raid characters, there are a few of them, but all of them have conditionals. So first is the electric girls, both Scarlet and Isabel. The only reason you would actually pick them, outside of collection obviously, is if you have their treasures. So Trina and Arcana. If you have Trina or Arcana and you have them built, then it's actually worth picking one of these two, but it's only for raids and elemental content. It's nothing else. It's not for towers, it's not for campaign. It's just, okay, I need more electric girls for raids. I can't run them if you have invested in their own treasures, right? I've been pretty vocal about this. I don't like this system. I would prefer if these characters were actually just getting a treasure instead of something like this, but it is what it is. But yeah, those are the two electric girls that are mostly for raids. There's nothing else on these two, like literally. I do love Scarlet. I never resetted her. Even to this day, she's still built, right? Black Shadow is my strongest character in my account, and normal Scarlet, even to this day, she is still invested, and I never resetted her because she is a nice waifu. But clearly her kit is not there anymore. She is like a team 4-5 on raids, on elemental raids, and only if you are using her with Trina. So those are the first two characters for raids. The next character for raids is also obviously going to be Babu. Now Babu, in my opinion, is better than these two and at least can have more usage on her own and can still get the treasure in the future. So, you know, she could still be getting improved. Now, I've never been a Modernia fan. I don't really care about Modernia. I don't dislike her. I just don't care. So mine was never really invested, as you guys can see, 774. Her gear is absolutely disgusting. Like, we don't talk about this gear, okay? I just don't care about Pavo too much. But on fire content, on fire raids, she's been used since the first Fire Week raid and will continue to be used because her kit is really good. She's also cute and she got the free skin, so why not, right? If you don't have her and you're looking for a raid character, she's a great option. And then the last character for raids, obviously, is going to be a Snow White. Now, Snow White has the same situation as all of these characters. She requires specific team compositions to be working, which is the one-shot team compositions, right? Usually of the Miranda team. And then you have to be fishing for crits a lot. Nowadays, it's been reduced. It's not as annoying to be fishing for crits. Nowadays, it's more fishing for the right place to shoot on the boss at the right time so you can actually pierce and multi-hit, right? Just like Modernia, for me, it's a character I was never a fan of, and she's not even on the single, as you can see. Now, that doesn't mean she's not strong. She is still amongst the hardest hitting characters when it comes to Iron Week raids, okay? Like, one of the hardest hitting, if not the hardest hitting with Rapid Red Hood. So, it is worth getting a copy if you care about those raids and you still don't have her. But again, I just don't care too much about her, so I never even finished building her, nor giving her a helmet. And I'm not gonna be giving her one because we only have a Pilgrim helmet. Damn, I need to farm helmets. And that's going obviously for the new Snow White instead. And then lastly, I think this is obvious, but you know, not only she is wife, but she is also the only character really worth getting on a paid selector, because assuming this is, let's say, $20-$30, right? I highly doubt it will be 10. If it's 10, shipped up, I love you. But let's assume it's 20-30 bucks at least. Paying $20-$30 for a Rapunzel, for an Isabel, or a Scarlet, or a Snow White Modernia doesn't make a lot of sense. Obviously, for whales that still don't have them, it's a good price. They will pay for their Pokédex. But if we're talking for light spenders looking for the best bang for their buck, the best character you can get is SBS. She is still amongst the strongest damage dealers in the game. She is still using a lot of raids of element, and she is still on Wind Week content, the best girl to be using. So there is zero reasons to not be picking her. Picking anything else, again, it's kind of like a waste unless you are a big spender just looking to complete your Pokédex, which in that case, this video doesn't mean anything for you. So am I biased? Obviously, considering she's the strongest character on my account, putting Scarlet as the must-pick character, yes, but also she's the only one that actually is meta amongst all of this, right? So I would recommend getting her. She's good for towers, she's good for campaign, she's good for raids. She can be used on any type of content, even on hard campaign as well if you are pushing that. So TLDR, you either grab a Scarlet Black Shadow or you do not grab anything. The rest is for spenders looking to complete their Pokédex. Even the raid characters could be dropped to cope because it depends on what teams you are building with them, right? Like I was saying earlier, you can also just drop Rapunzel down if you want into the skip category because it's more of a skip nowadays than a cope, I will say. But I do like her, and I still been using her sometimes in raids when I need an extra healer. But since Delta came out, I just have an extra healer to put with Crow, so she's been just delegated to Forgotten Pilgrim, a Forgotten Day 1 Pilgrim. That said, enough jumping. That's basically everything for this video and for this New Year special recruit system. We'll see how expensive it is. Honestly, if it's 10 bucks, I might grab an extra copy of SBS myself. If it's anything more than 10 bucks, I am not taking anything. The only thing I'm buying this patch Where is she? Right here is gonna be this skin. I think this is the best skin on this patch by far, by far. So we are getting this 100%, right? God bless Emma. My god, she looks fine. Outside of that, I don't really care about the gacha skin. I don't really care about the other skin. I even forgot who is getting the other. Oh, Wensi is getting the other skin. I forgot, yeah. Wensi. So yeah, I don't really care about the other skins. That's the only thing I'm buying, unless obviously I get shafted or Snow White, in which case I will buy some pools, but hopefully we can lag sack getting her. That's it. That's everything for this video. As usual, we are live every single day. Links in the description down below. Good luck with your pool, dinner dates, and I'll see you in the next one.